What happens if you put SpongeBob on a 360 game? Well, you get shit. So that's why we're reviewing SpongeBob Heropants for the 360, a very crap SpongeBob game. Let's check it out. So this game released in 2015 of February, just when the movie came out, and I thought this would follow the plot of the movie, but it didn't. This game released on the PS Vita, the 3DS, and the 360. We'll go into the reviews right now. So every review I saw on Metacritic, it got really horrendous reviews. There was no critics that gave it, but user scores to say it all. The 3DS got the worst one, 0.7, which is terrible. Just all the versions, and people were complaining about how it had terrible platforming, terrible levels, and just boring gameplay, which I can really agree. This game just does not look fun for 2015. The graphics don't look good for a cartoon-based game, but this game really could have had more potential because the other SpongeBob games were really good. Um, SpongeBob movie game, Battle from the Bikini Bottom, which actually got a remake in 2020, and a few more, but that's really it. This one sucked. I've not personally played this one myself, but looking through the reviews on Metacritic and looking through the gameplay, it looks like a game I would be bored in like the first minute, and it just lacks. Like, look how boring it looks. Would you want to play a game with obstacles? This game should have followed the plot from the movie. It should have followed the plot from the movie instead of the plot from this random plot that they thought was a good idea. It was Activision that published this as well, which is pretty bad for Activision because they published really good games like Call of Duty. But this is just. I would not enjoy this. A 5-year-old would not enjoy this. You know, this is like one of the worst SpongeBob games ever made, and I'm saying that because it just doesn't look fun. It's worth quite a bit of money on eBay, like £24. It's quite expensive. I'll definitely go maybe pick it up one day, but now no, because you know it's just this. It just doesn't look fun. That's it. It just does not look fun in general. I heard there's a few problems with it, with like the platform based things and a bit more. Like, I thought people think the action is pretty sucks. They think it's just boring as hell. And there was a review saying people were excited for the game, and then it just got this complete mess. I would have loved it if it followed from the movie, and if it did, it would have been sick. Because it actually would have been really cool, like what the SpongeBob movie game did. But this doesn't follow on from the movie. They made what they wanted to make basically, and they executed it really poorly. And this is something a kid would not enjoy, or anyone that plays this, to be honest. So on true achievements, it got a 3 out of 10, no 3 out of 5, and to fully complete the game, it takes 20 achievements with a 1,000 gamer score. It's an action adventure apparently, and it takes up to 8 to 10 hours to complete, which is absolute joke in my opinion. We're going to go over some reviews from Amazon just to see what people gave them. So I got a 2 stars. My son loves SpongeBob, so I was excited when I saw there was a game. The price as new is $25.99, which I completely ridiculously consider how simply unintentional the game is. I'm so glad I bought it a second hand for 16. This game should be 10, seriously. It says is multiplayer, but you can't split the screen, and when there are 2 players, there is always one who leads and the other has to follow as a second player. If you don't follow, you suddenly disappear and then appear next to the main player. So boring. I can't believe there are 11 people who rated this game as 5 stars. They probably just gave it as a present but never played it. Anyway, don't bother. So this one got a 4 star. My 6-year-old son is obsessed with SpongeBob. The game is a little hard for him to magnify, but he has fun with it. I was surprised at how quickly he got bored with it, but it could just be his age. He picks it up to play it every other day or so, keeps him entertained for a good 30 minutes. So, this one got a 2 star review. This game is basically Plankton's Robot Revenge without the guns taken out, with the guns taken out and replaced with superpowers. It's fun for a little while, but it gets old, old quickly. There are only 15 short levels, and the game looks like a PS2. I had fun for about 30 minutes, and then the game just got extremely boring, just like Robot Revenge. It can't compare to the classic SpongeBob games made by Heavy Iron Studios like Battle for the Bikini Bottom or the movie game. The combat is weak, the gameplay is recycled, the soundtrack is recycled, the camera is all over the place, the cutscenes lag, the game lags. Look, if you're a kid, you might enjoy this game, but if you grew up with the good SpongeBob games, you may not be too happy with this game at all. This game could have been a bit no better if Activision let Heavy Irons develop it up and on their request, but oh, well, a lazy co-op game designed satisfaction. It's take the money out of parents' wallets without heart and hard work. The older SpongeBob games had it. So you could just basically see from the reviews from Amazon, it got really negative reviews. Like the 5 star ones were probably just what they said were just like a Christmas present to their grandkids, but they probably didn't really enjoy it either. This game could have had the potential like the other ones. Activision though kind of ruined the SpongeBob games. Like I just don't know, but they just didn't really do them that well. They kind of did them really badly, and just I heard that you can fall at the map so much. Heard like the first 30 minutes is good, but it gets boring after a little bit. It's just all this negativity reviews just kind of ruined the game for it. The franchise kind of went crap after that. This game could have had the potential if it followed from the movie, because this was meant to be based on the movie, because they had the superpowers. And they should have done it like that instead of just doing it this own way, this own plot that they wanted to do, and just basically did really craply. And apparently at like £39 at full price is way too expensive for this game. When you can find a second-hand copy from now, you can find it for like uh, £10 at best, if you're lucky. But you know, this game just didn't have the heights I expected. If Heavy Irons made this, then this game would have been way more better than what, because those SpongeBob games are really successful. Battle from the Bikini Bottom and that, and the movie game. They were really successful in terms of the developers, because they actually made like a game that a kid would enjoy. Then this kid that wouldn't enjoy this one, I'll come on to it one day and probably do some gameplay on the 360 and have the mic when I play this game. But for now, it's just I don't have this game at the moment. But for now, we're just gonna speak about it. But this game was a disaster when it came out. Just not a very good game. One of the main problems people have with this port is why did they not release this on the Wii U, the PS3? That's one of the things I've heard. And I'm kind of weird why they didn't make it on the Xbox One or the PS4 when the life cycle for that console was just coming into it. They made it for the 360, which is kind of annoying. But people just think it's weird that if you make it on the 360, why did you not make it on the PS3? I don't know if Activision couldn't have a deal for it, but that's what I've heard. People just complaining about how Activision should have done this game on the PS3 and Wii U. But obviously the Wii U wasn't successful, and there was no reason why to port that. The PS3, I can see there is a why of a port in that because that console was successful. Still around that time, even if it was towards the end of its life cycle, it was still quite successful around then. So we're in 2023 now, and almost into 2024, and we've not seen anything like more of those SpongeBob games. I reckon if they make a new movie, then we'll get another one. But for now, we've just not seen any. That's the video done, guys. I hope to see you in the next video. We might be doing. We'll just see what I'm doing in the next video. I guess. Bye, guys.